Welcome everybody to BCS 108, Mining Internet Resources. Today our topic isn't about local things, it's about how do you find those resources on the internet that are out there that are correct. We have lots of information on the internet. Some of it's correct, some of it's old and was correct, but has changed. So we're kind of going to focus on how to get it correct and make sure we get the right information shared out there. Again, the focus is on recognizing those resources of good information, making sure that we use them and share them with others. Reliable websites, you know, some are there shortly and then they disappear, and some are not kept up as well as others. And at the end, we'll kind of summarize how a commissioner might use those with your unit. And at the end, we'll also do a little scavenger hunt to see how quickly you can locate those resources with the correct answers to some common scout questions. So we want to follow some basic rules as far as we make contacts as commissioners. There are many talented people in commissioner service and in scouting in general. And so we don't want to have to reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, we don't want to give them the inappropriate, incorrect wheel for the information they're needing. We want to make sure we keep the right information and follow the BSA website and policies that are set forth there. So what does the official BSA website look like or mean? We're going to kind of go back and forth in our session here. You'll notice that I'm sharing the slides here from Adobe directly. You can find these on the commissioner page, which we'll cover as well, as BCS 108. So if you'd like to pull these down and look at them yourself, we'll find them on the website. But we have here the national page. So scouting.org is that page where we would go. This is all official information that comes from here. Anything that's not on this site, and perhaps some maybe even council content, is considered unofficial. I know lots of places struggle. They have webmasters, they have all this technology involved, but they do fall behind, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. So content here on scouting.org is the official page. Scouting information you might find other places may not be the most correct. So there's a question here in my notes that says, what do you do if a council website has the information, but it conflicts with what's on the national page? Again, national is the parent organization that we support. They should have the most current information, and if it's contradictory to that, then somebody local, like the Scout executive, has to correct that information, or give the okay to use something alternative. So please, again, use the national webpage, do what's there. I know one of the things I've looked up recently was the annual medical form, and there are 1,000 copies out there. Some are from 2021, some are from 2019, some are from 2015. That form has changed. What's in it has changed. Again, national has the most current one that we should use. So please look for that. Please be aware of that as you're sharing resources with others. As a commissioner, our objectives in sharing information are, again, to help our units grow and retain youth, and contacting other units and working with them to make sure that they work right, linking our needs, or linking the unit's needs to the resources that are available. Again, we don't want to give them misinformation and create other problems there. At the end of the year, we do have our charter renewals, and some of that information is on the council page, some of that's on the national page, like the JTE forms. Councils might not have that up to date, so please look at national for that content as well. And then again, supporting leaders. There are lots of trainings, lots of programs out there. We support our unit leaders by giving them the right information from the right source. So please look at those sources as well to make sure we get the right ones. Unofficial websites, again, may be sponsored by a unit. I know several units out there that have websites. Maybe just a scouter that has, spare time to write a website and keep it up there, or other party. They're a great resource, but they maybe not the complete factual resource. Again, forms and other guidebooks may or may not be up to date on these non-official websites. So please be aware and be conscious of that information as you're sharing that. So in scouting, again, I showed you the scouting.org website here briefly. It's broken down into a lot of different ways we find information. So in these balloons, we have several different colors here to represent the different places. All BSA websites from national do end in the .org domain name or domain suffix, because we're a nonprofit organization. That's what that was set up for. So that's what you kind of want to look for. If it's not a .org, if it's a .com, which you're familiar with, those might or might not be the same content. So how many sites can you think of that may fall into these different categories that are out there? Go ahead and unmute, chime in. Let me know what you think that are BSA related. Anybody? Phil? Stuart?
Campsites for the various camps.
Okay, so like Philmont Scout Ranch. I'm not quite sure what the Summit one, ntier.org is Northern Tier, places like that.
Those are the national camps, and then we've got our local camps, Typee and Lowell and Hunt, and all of those have camps.
Yeah, as far as I know, they don't have their own websites though. They have websites rolled up under program support maybe, or local sites on our council page. Many councils have that listed on their pages. Yep. I'm just going to run through a few here. Again, I'm going to switch back and forth between the slides here and some content here. We have the Order of the Arrow page at oa-bsa.org. Again, .org, which is a sister program to the national page. Let's see, Scoutbook.scouting.org. Again, we'll use that a lot. We'll come back to this one in a minute. There's some more information on that. My.scouting.org, another highly used scouting website. What about, again, our council page here that has our council content in it? Again, many councils have a website. I think all of them probably have a website at this point. What about this one? Has anybody run across this one? U.S. Scout Service Project?
Yeah.
Yep, I use this one quite a bit. Sadly, this is not an official website. It is a .org, but it is not supported by national. It's private entities, private persons taking care of it and making sure it's got there. So it does have a lot of good information, but throw some salt on top of that to make sure that it is current. Kind of a trust but verify situation here. In the past, as a Cub leader, I was forwarded to this former site. It's now been rolled up under the U.S. Scout Service Project here. Baloo's Bugle had tons of great content for Cub Scouts. Now it looks like it's kind of an archive. Since it ended in July 2015, they haven't had any new content there. But some of the content may still be useful to you. One other one that I'll point out that we kind of visited earlier is scouting.org/program-updates. Has news and updates about the different program features and what's happening. Some of these sites you actually find from the national page that are links there, and we'll go through that here in a minute. So back to our balloons. So our yellow balloon holds 2 sites, which are primarily general purpose go-to sites for scouting information. Again, scouting.org. I'm not sure what their second one is here. Let's see if my slide note, nope, that doesn't have any more. The pink ones, again, breaking news. Red for specific knowledge about scouting programs. There's a whole list of those that are out there too. Let me drop in the notes here real fast. A handout for you. That's the official BSA website handout. There in the chat, if you'll grab that. It has a lot of these links that go to her. Some of them look a little out of date. It still mentions Western region or areas and regions. Those are gone at this point. So those have changed a little bit. Again, national adventure bases, program support for scouting. Again, there's lots of those kind of sites out there that are third party. And then our official sites for councils and other programs in scouting. So our scouting.org website, it's a family adventure. Again, I mentioned it briefly here. It's got lots of great content. We'll look at some more specifics here about scouting.org. The biggest thing to know is that there is sites for each program available here. If we just scroll down a little bit, it goes through all the scouting programs. So I've got Cub Scouts here first, Scouts BSA, and then the older youth programs that are a little wider spread, that don't get their own site page. But each of these has great content for each thing. We'll just dive into Scouts BSA here on their programs. Again, lots of information here. Find a troop, type in your zip code, find a troop. So I send people to beascout.org or this link here all the time. It's the quickest way to find what's near you, what's around, and what you can participate in. Again, different thing, learn about the advancement awards, the merit badges, what to do after you've earned your Eagle. Again, program updates, marketing tools. We had a great video last, I want to say February, at our last Commissioner College about the marketing tools that are out there. There's a podcast you can listen to. In the past, it's been a really great podcast to listen to get ideas about how to run a troop and other things like that. Little answers. Disabilities awareness. I know I always had a scout that didn't seem to quite function like the rest of my scouts and needed a little extra help. So some resources there. Youth training, adult training for us adults. Where to send them to, Scout Laugh magazine and videos, and then lastly our high adventure base there. Troop leader resources, another great site that's actually called out as a separate site. It has lots of great content of running the day week to week program for the troop that you can look at. And then lastly, the troop program resources. There are some other activities at the bottom. So each site's great. Switching back here real quick. Again, lots of different programs. The Cub Scout site, again, dedicated to all the Cub Scout information. Hopefully it's easy to find, easy to understand. Scouts BSA, same thing that we just reviewed. Venturing. If you're not familiar with venturing, there's a great session we did at our last Commissioner College on the older youth programs. It's venturing, Sea Scouts, and exploring, as well as some other things that dive in there. Great programs for all those youth, and great content here for all this. I've actually spent a fair amount of time on the venturing page trying to learn how to run the venturing program better here in our council. Exploring is another awesome page. Again, website is exploring.org. Has lots of great programs for the youth to get involved in. Lots of different areas of focus for careers. And these can go from exploring is kind of a slightly wider program, I think, than some of the other ones. Wider in general, but when you get into it, it's really focused on specific components. These are just highlights that are listed here. There's lots of.
Can I say something real quick, Joseph?
Yeah, sure, Jim.
The exploring has evolved into career interest exploring. And so that's why all those little segments are there. So for those kids in school that are interested in firefighting or into one of the other items that are listed there, I mean, you join an explorer group that focuses in on that. I remember setting up a law enforcement exploring group, and the law enforcement people were thrilled. You know, they had officers there, they had an outreach program, they got everybody shirts and patches, and they got to do all the learning about dispatching and booking and fingerprinting and all that stuff. So the career interest exploring is just kind of a different facet of scouting that is career oriented.
Very good. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, it's very career oriented. So wider focus in general, but very narrow focus as you get into the programs on specific topics that are of interest to you. And these go again, I think Exploring goes up till 21, just like all youth programs for scouting. So as they get older, maybe they're a little more, maybe they're in college in a nursing program or some other health related program, and they're meeting with professionals so they can learn a little more what they need to do and get some extra experience in there. I know here in Utah, we've talked about trying to start a maritime explorer club for younger youth. to help another program here, Sea Scout, which again, website cscout.org there. It's another great program for youth to be involved with and sail. I didn't wear my blues today. I almost wore my blue uniform. But it's a great program. We have 3 units here in Utah. We're kind of more northern. We're working with southern Utah to get a unit down there possibly, so we can serve all the areas. But we do everything: sailing, scuba, paddleboarding, kayaking, river rafting, plus all the regular camping and other activities that regular scouts do. So Sea Scout's a great program. Again, for all these older youth programs, in our last commissioner college, we did a whole review of all those programs in depth. So that's available on YouTube for us to watch. Okay, next topic, Scoutbook. Did you know there's actually help out there for Scoutbook? I know I've had lots of people ask, hey, how do you know so much about Scoutbook? Or how do you make this work in Scoutbook? I've spent a fair amount of time in Scoutbook as a leader, but there are a lot of topics out there. I'm not even going to, the 1100 number seems a little small to me. I think there's more out there. The quickest way to actually find this is not follow their link up here at the top. Sadly, I can't edit the slides, so I can't fix that. But if you go to the homepage for Scoutbook, so scoutbook.scouting.org, and then you scroll down, so this is the main homepage. Right here at the bottom, I know I don't usually look at this very long. I click the login button and get in to do what I've got to do. But right here at the bottom, help scoutbook.scouting.org. Go to that link. Again, that's got it broken down by topic. Lots of resources to help units figure out how to use Scoutbook more effectively. Dive into Scoutbook here. New experience for den leaders that they're trying to roll out. Demo environment, Scoutbook reporting, Scoutbook user management. I know I've had ran into issues with all these things with different groups of scouts. So great resource there to send them to. Again, official from scouting.org. I'm sure there's plenty of forums out there on Reddit and other places that cover Scoutbook specific things. And there's scouting forums here too, where there's tons of posts as well. But this is the official page. This is where we want people to look and to get the right information out of that. As commissioners, we should be interested in commissioner service and finding more information and help there. Again, scouting.org/commissioners is the general website. If you can't remember that, which happens, the quickest way to find that is go to scouting.org. Click on we call these pancakes in the computing industry. Click on the pancakes here in the corner. It brings up this lovely menu. There's a lot on this menu. Again, there's links to all the different programs that we've mentioned, training specific things, adult training, youth protection. We're going to jump right here to scouting resources, and we're going to click on commissioners. That's the shortcut to getting to the /commissioners page. Again, lots of content here. I usually end up browsing the sidebar here. Some of this comes from the end of the year. There's a news for commissioners. Is an awesome news article thing they publish 2 or 3 times a year, maybe 4. Comes out fairly often. Program support resources to help your units journey to excellence for the tracking of achievements. Commissioner development is where you'll find all the commissioner college stuff. Under that, national training events, you're again welcome to go to these as well. I've actually attended the last several years to a national volunteer training committee meeting, and it's a great time to hear what's coming from national, what's getting changed with at national as far as training and scouting you, and how they're trying to make improvements, and they ask for our feedback. So it's a great session to go to, and I believe that shows up on this national training events page. If you need logos or specialized merchandise, I know we all like to wear special stuff. This neckerchief I have on actually says commissioner on the back of it. That stuff you can get there. They have vests and all that good equipment that you could wear as a commissioner. And the commissioner newsletter, again, I don't know why that's not up there under news for commissioners, but commissioner newsletter comes out. And then maybe a key focus here in our area is starting in 15. We do very much need to work on that. And then technology for commissioners and the new internet charter tool there. So lots to look at, lots to learn from. Go out there, search through it. You can't break it as a website. Click all the links. Have a good time. Another question I know as a commissioner I get or I hear about a lot: health and safety, guide to safe scouting. What else falls under that? YPT kind of stuff. Again, I'm going to go to the menu here at the top. And Scout Safely is a whole category where the guide to safe scouting, incident reporting, safety moment videos. If you're trying to share or introduce a new topic or a new safety thing, that's a great place to get that. And then of course the annual health and medical record, right there, easy to find, easy to get access to. We'll click Scouting Safely here at the top.
Would you click on that incident reporting?
Sure. Let me cover this real quick and then we'll jump over there. And again, a lot of that stuff that's on that menu is here as well in the sidebar. Health and safety forms to go through wilderness first aid training or opportunities to learn more. And again, Guide to Safe Scouting is your go-to book. I didn't mention it, but also up here, I believe there is the Guide to Awards and Insignia of how to wear your uniform. I'm not seeing it. I thought it was here. Eagle Workbook again is on that menu, easy to find. All the merit badges and details about those. See, I would have thought they would have had the what book is that? The Guide to Advancement on there as well, but which I'm sure is here under awards somewhere. Just click the X there. So to Jim's question on incident reporting, we'll dive in. Again, some guidelines here right at the top of what to do, and some COVID-19 specific information if you're needing that. The incident reporting tool, youth protection membership, and near miss incident information reporting tools available there. Again, download them, look at them. Maybe you don't ever need them, but you know they're out there and where they're at, and how to report an incident. And there's some videos there as well. Again, easy to follow through with, easy to get information. I know in previous training, the important part with incidents is you don't speak for BSA. All questions concerning the event or what happened, if the news media shows up, if your event's big enough, just your responses, please talk to the council resource person. So maybe just an extra there, extra aside. Some shortcut links if you're looking for more sites that don't come up easily. Scouting.org has been nice enough to make some of them easily accessible, so you can add the slash there at the end of scouting.org / and put merit badges, advancement, awards, commissioners, Cub Scouts, exploring. I'm sure Venturing Scouts BSA is there, Scouting Safely. Again, training and youth protection all linked to direct pages. You can, again, most of those are on this menu here as well. So if you can't figure out what the slash is, you can, youth protection's right there. Adult training, merit badges, go to the same place. Maybe not as quickly. Let's see here. What did we do? We want to do JTE. Again, JTE was on here somewhere, I think, or it was on the commissioner page, it was JTE, but we'll type in JTE and see where we go. Again, it went to the appropriate part under awards there. So there are some shortcuts that you can use as well. You can also Google that. Again, if you're Googling, I actually have a Google here I started yesterday on BSA territory websites. Again, anything that shows as scouting.org is probably a trustworthy page to visit and to forward. Some of these other ones, Midwestern Marketing and Partnership Research. Again, that's not BSA related. BSA Online, I believe, is something else as well. That's BS and A Online, so different kind of website. USScouts.org, again, a reference there. BSA Restructuring.org, some information about the lawsuit and what we're doing there. which I believe is also on scouting.org, a link to that. And some national territory service pages, because that's what I was Googling for. Just as a reference here, this is National Service Territory 10 back east. We are National Service Territory 2, if you're curious. We can go back a page and look at that real fast. Again, this is just their links page. They have some resources here about stuff about the National Service Territory for them. As far as I know, Territory 2 does not have something yet. They're working on it, I'm sure. Again, and this is in that kind of gray area of, yes, it's national, but it's not national at the same time. This is a group of individuals from the territory setting this up. As it says here, councils in New York State. So they've kind of centralized on this, but they're not, again, not official, just references and links to other things. Hopefully they're linking back to Nationals content for us. Okay. Moving on. So tools available. Hopefully you're all familiar with My.Scouting and Commissioner tools there, and the training manager that's there. There's lots of content there. It can be hard to navigate as well. The menu button in the top left corner, I believe, is kind of where you end up looking for everything. But that's great to use. If you want to dive more in on this, I think we've done a session on this too in the past on My.Scouting. Wendell, one of our other Commissioner College members, has taught about that. So go look for that on our YouTube. But again, that's my.scouting.org. Lots of content there, lots of tools to use. Again, as a commissioner, you should be in there, hopefully semi-frequently updating your commissioner reports for your district commissioners and council. Scoutwire.org. Again, this is the screenshot they gave us. I'm actually going to flip over here, and I think I have that loaded in a tab. Yeah, that was the one. Wire.org. This is what it looks like today. Again, great content, is supported by National. Sending information out to you. Great stuff. I actually get an email every couple of weeks about content that they posted. There's like 6 little articles that they've posted that are out here. So you can look at that information there too. Again, lots of resources, marketing and membership, brand center. We have a video that I think we put out last time as well on the brand center and how to use that to get stock clip art and use the BSA logos and all that content's on there. Great website to use. Scouting newsroom if you're interested in information. Parents, volunteers, again, more information, correct information for sure you're going to get from there. Some social media sites. I did click on this bottom one down here for commissioner training, and it does work. So these are probably valid sites. Again, just another way to make friends, listen to people, see what's out there, learn more what's going on with commissioners in general, get some ideas. I subscribe to several different groups that are similar to this, that are not supported directly, that have good ideas all the time and good questions get asked. Another resource to ask all those commissioners from around the country of how to deal with that. Again, social media sites. All the links here, they're great, not as useful, but if we go back to our scouting.org homepage here, down here at the very bottom are all those same pages. So that is on scouting.org again at the very bottom of any of the pages, and their footnote section are all those links to those different websites and different content there. That for me is easier to find than this list in a slide deck. So definitely go look at those. Again, those are supported by National. Anybody else have any questions about any of this content? It's kind of all over the place. There's lots of stuff. Lots of resources out there. Some more supported than others. We did Scoutbook. We did talk about My.Scouting, Scoutwire. Any questions?
No, this has been really good. In fact, I split my screen and I've been following you, trying to follow you. You've been clicking pretty fast. on some of these sites, and some of them I've used part of it, but not all of it. I thank you for
This is a scavenger hunt. This is kind of a what do you know and what can you find kind of activity. Actually, let me flip over here. So this is just a fun scavenger hunt kind of activity. Here it is on the screen if you don't get the PDF. So just questions. Maybe we just talk through these. If you'd like to go find them, we can go browse the internet there and find them. Where can you find PDF documents of the commissioner assessment forms? That is a good question. I know they're not easy to find. So if you want to follow along, great. We'll go look for some of these commissioner assessment forms. So I'm going to jump on scouting.org here. I'm going to click my thing here and go to commissioners. I don't think they're here, but this is where I would look first. Let's look through the list here. Recruiting, awards and recognition. Also, again, here on the commissioner page, commissioner awards and recognition. If you'd like to know how to work towards your doctorate, there's the information there, and the distinguished commissioner award as well. Let's do manuals and resources because that sounds like the right thing. I'm looking for the assessment forms. Self-assessment of commissioners. No, that's not the one. We want unit assessment, right? Documents of the community. So I believe the unit assessment forms, let's see, provide a unit service plan. Unit assessment scoring matrix, building a unit service plan. I think those are the forms they're referring to, which I can download here. Let me, we're gonna cheat because I think that's the right answer. They did give us an answer key here, so we can look at the answers. So again, I went to commissioner manuals and resources, and the commissioner assessment forms, or unit service plan, and commissioner tools assessment forms. I get an A star. I went to the right place without even looking. Okay, anybody looked up number 2? Uniform inspection sheet. We're gonna go to our handy search tool here. I'm gonna put BSA in front of it. Again, when searching, it helps filter the search. Inspection sheet. See what we get. So filestore.scouting.org, that's probably the right one. Scoutingbsa.org. I'm intrigued because this does not look like the right form or the right website. So this is a uniform inspection form. Let's just go back here and compare. Here's the one from Scouts BSA.
now
So this is the form I was looking for. It's tan in color when you look at it when it's printed.
yeah, I found one that was similar to that, but it's not the same.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess this is probably the most official one because it did come from scouting.org.
I think the old one is just the old form. This is a
Right.
newer form.
Again, the caution here is scouting.org probably has the current form, and this one on scoutingbsa.org is probably the old form from another time because it's not an official website. It is a .org, but Scouting BSA is not the national website. Here's another one. Maybe this is a good site because it's got some more information on how to do the uniform inspection. official Scout uniform form here. Let's see where this sends me. I know I'm clicking on links. This could be dangerous. Okay, so this one also sent me to the filestore.scouting.org here in my URL bar. That looks like the official one. The other thing you can always check. Let's see if my window is the right size. Wait, no, that's not the right window. I shrink this just a little bit. The other thing to look at the bottom is the revision date. So this is 8/19 is when this one was published. That is probably the current one because they haven't revisited it since then. And then also that it has this official kind of address, Walnut Hill Lane. That's the headquarters for Scouting, and the link to scouting.org there in the corner. So that kind of lends me to believe that's the correct form versus the other ones that we had here. I'm just curious. Again, this is a live, we're inspecting how to analyze this. Varsity Scout uniform inspection sheet. Again, Varsity Scouts went away, I believe, in like 2016. So this one is a bit dated. But it does have some signs that it was an official form at some point. But again, this is from 2000. So it is an official form, but it's 22 years old now. So search diligently. Don't just pick the first one. Just for fun, I'm going to go to scouting.org here again. Hit my menu. Let's see, which menu would I like to look under? Council support. I'm going to click this guide to awards and insignia because the uniform technically falls under that insignia section. Just to see if it's here. It is a blue book. If you have one, I have an older version now that was published that I look at. Let's see, training awards. So it does have the insignias that go with those units, uniform inspection sheet. So again, from scouting.org directly, I can see I want the Scouts BSA one, and we're going to open it. And again, we get looks like the same form we had before. Again, published in August of 2019. So multiple ways to find the same document. Again, this one I trust 100% because it came directly from scouting.org on a page of relevance to guide Scoutbook, Scout Sunday. And there's a link to the guide to advancement as well, which I don't think it's in there. Okay, let's see if I can move my window back over. Where can you find a list of notable Eagle Scouts? That doesn't sound like an official a web page. I'm sure they have one, but let's go search for it. Notable Eagle Scouts. Wikipedia, of course, top of the list. A fair resource for that kind of information. Let's see here. USScouts.org, again, another kind of notably valid website, but not an official one. Wikipedia here. Celebrities, blog.scoutmagazine.org. Meet 112 who became famous. I'm going to probably go with that because I know Brian on Scouting Scout or blogs for them. So here is a article from scouting.org. Well, not from scouting.org, but scoutmagazine.org of these notable people that you could reference and use. Scoutmaster's Minute. You know, there's lots of stuff you can go do from that. Interesting. I'm just reading through these authors and journalists. I've not read Clive Cussler's books, but I know my father-in-law enjoys them. Brandon Mull, another author I know my kids read. So just some great people that are on this list that I'm not acquainted with personally, but have seen some of their work. Harrison Ford, John Bon Jovi. A great list. I mean, you can pull lots of names out of here that would maybe make a good story for you to share. Again, okay, we're going to go back to our text here and see what's for answer. Again, for question 2, /forms was the shortcut. to find the uniform inspection sheet. We have lots of forms. Okay, so answer key here says NESA.org, which is National Eagle Scout Association. That would have some good content there. Interesting that it didn't come up in my search as one of the top websites. I believe, yeah, allow that to open page. Again, this is from scouting.org. It's got the same header up here. They lost their menu button though. Awards and recognition. Again, this just looks like their homepage. Let's see if we can find it on here. About resources. Again, here's some Eagle Scout information if you have an Eagle Scout with questions. Well, there's their awards. Oh, there's your recipients list. So I'm not feeling like I'm finding the answer to that question exactly, but
You might try in the search onto that page to list Eagles notables. Yeah, notable Eagle Scouts.
there we go. Outstanding Eagle Scout Award. So maybe they've rolled it up under an award now. Of course, this is about how to get it, not who has earned it. Oh, there we go. More award recipients. Oh, apparently Abraham Lincoln got 140. I don't know. Or that's count. This is by council now. Just for fun, let's see if Crossroads of the West is in here. Crossroads of America, but that's in the Midwest. Go back to the top here.
Try under Salt Lake because we have the Salt Lake number.
We would be up there at the top. S.A. No.
It'd be under Great Salt Lake.
Yeah, it'd be under Great Salt Lake.
Gee.
I was gonna go for Utah National Parks or Trapper Trails because they seem easier to Grand Teton, Great Lakes, Great Salt Lake. So again, there's a list of people. Again, maybe if you want more of a story, the Brian on Scouting article here is a little more, gives some more details about each of those persons. And these are famous, not necessarily notable, but interesting. So there's the resource there. Let's see what's number. Anybody look through the list? Is there anything on that list of scavenger hunt items you'd like to go see if we can find or is found? Eagles Call magazine. I believe that's the NESA one as well.
Yeah.
Do the roundtable topics for Cubs.
Which number is that, Jim?
9. Number 9.
Where can you find the latest guide on roundtable topics for Cub Scouts? Well, let's go to scouting.org here again, and we can go to the home page and click on the About Cub Scouting Program one, but we'll just go to Cub Scouting up here in the menu. So again, find a pack, great way to get started. Welcome to the family. Let's see here, get involved, Cub Scouting, Cub Scout activities, cost, virtual Cub Scout roundtables. If you want to go pack committee resources, Cub Master resources. Let's see, what was our question again? Number 9, guide to roundtable topics for Cub Scouts. Okay, so I'm on the Cub Scout page. but I'm.
Try virtual roundtable.
Virtual roundtable, but I want to know about roundtable. So that's, I was thinking Cub Scout leader resources, but let's see, the latest, remind me again. Round topics for, I know they used to publish a monthly roundtable guide.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for to see if it was there.
So Zoom backgrounds for different positions, which could be useful. Roundtable webinars they've had online. All commissioners roundtable webinar recordings. Scout BSA, Cub Scout round, no, that's commissioners again. Well, I guess Cub Scout roundtable commissioner. Oh, that's a Zoom background. That's not what I want. Some tools on how to do Zoom. So if you need that, let's see. So this is a link off the commissioner page here, roundtable digital. Activities. I think
Roundtable support.
Roundtable support. Let's go there. Roundtable planning resources, Cub Scout breakouts, training and discussion section. And that took us to another scouting.org page. And here are videos. Well, let's see. Safety moments, Cub Scout breakouts. So here are short videos on different topics about Cub Scouting that you could share. And some more about this one. I want to say.
I think that's the latest that they have.
So feel free to go through these questions. I'm getting the 2-minute warning sign here. I will throw in the chat here real quick for you the answers to the scavenger hunt if you want to go find the answers on your own. Just for that one, we're looking at number 9 here. It says Commissioners Roundtable support. So we were in the right place. Just what we traditionally looked for is not what's there anymore. They changed it up on us. So there, I posted the answers. If you're watching this as a recorded version, if you come out here to, we'll scroll back over to commissioners. We're going to go from the top to commissioners. Wait for the page to load real quick. And commissioner development, and then commissioner college. Takes you to this page, and you click on bachelor's here, and this is BCS 108, and you can download the content that I shared with you all today. So with that, thank you all for attending. Hopefully that was useful in knowing the difference between those third-party sites that have great information like US Scouts Service Project or Scouting Service Project and the national scouting.org page.